Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video, we're going to be talking about how to recharge when you feel drained. And this could be, or more so, finding ways to recharge when you feel drained. Seven, what are you doing? And this could be due to burnout. This could be due to just lifing. This could be due to a few things. So, and so this is specifically going for artists. When you're trying to find that motivation or the drive to go draw or create and and I want to say the drive because sometimes motivation, if you're working on projects and stuff, you still have to do stuff even when you're not motivated to do it. One of the best things that I found, hey big boy, when it comes to me anyway, and this I'll kind of go through my experience, and hopefully this will help you guys. But when I feel like I just don't want to pick up a pencil, right? I've getting to that stage where I know I'm coming up on burnout. And I think that's the important thing to realize is when, and this is, I guess this is for people who aren't doing art like full time, right? Because, or client work and stuff like that, because if you're feeling burnt out and you don't have projects or you have to get stuff turned out because, you know, this is how you make your income, you're able to take those longer, if needed, longer rest periods without feeling like you have to play catch up. So the first thing would be to, one, really, I guess going forward, if you have experienced this multiple times, excuse me, is really paying attention to your body, and just be like, and to really see if your body is getting to that point where it's like, hey, we're teetering on the edge here, and we might need to go ahead and take a break now before we get to that stage of like burnout. And for me, what I'll do to kind of, not to kind of, but to give myself that break or that recharge that I need is I will do things outside of art, outside of creating, that I genuinely enjoy doing. Example would be I like playing on my guitar, so maybe I'll hop on there for a little bit, or you know, I'll play with my dog. You know, I've got an energetic dog, so I enjoy playing with him. He loves playing tug of war, so that's another way for us to not only play but connect. I like to read. I have tons of comics. I don't say tons, but I've got a nice sized collection of comics that I can read, as well as just books in general that I genuinely and love reading. I like I do enjoy watching movies. I wouldn't consider that a hobby, but I enjoy watching movies, and I have, as I've mentioned in uh, previous videos, I have a huge collection. Well, I'll say huge. I guess it depends on the person, but I've got close to 150 DVDs and shows. So, you know, I'm able to, sit back and maybe spend a week or two just kind of enjoying watching movies. Um, if there's people on YouTube that you genuinely enjoy watching that their content is not about creating, watch those guys, have a good laugh, getting out in nature, go for walks, go to a park, if you enjoy exercising, I found for me is really good at helping get me in a better mood and feel more energized. Clean your house or room is something that might help. Reorganizing your stuff or going through your stuff to see, if there's anything you need. Sorry, guys, that's my camera thing here. If there's anything that you can get rid of or can donate. Stop. I think finding stuff outside of creating is a good way to help get back into the creative process. And just like they say, creativity is like a muscle, like you have to work it to get better. I think that also applies when it comes to taking some rest. If you overwork a muscle, it can no longer function properly, or it can no longer function at its peak because it's always just drained of its resources. Another thing, if you want, you can also play games. Games that you just genuinely enjoy. Like one of the things that I played was, I haven't played my games in a while, but How to Build a Zoo on my Switch. There's some other games that I have as well, but I'll play games for a while to kind of help, just kind of in a way zone out. But I enjoy playing games, so that's something that I can do that doesn't require me having to be creative in a sense, depending on the game that you're playing. But I feel like it's important to give your mind, as far as that creative side, time to rest and recuperate, just like any other muscle you would do if you were working out. You want to give that muscle time to rest and rebuild, so that way it gets stronger. And specifically if you're talking about creativity, I think really how can I say this? Going out and living life, or just going out and doing things. So not necessarily going, like, you don't have to go out and spend money. Like, if you guys have, I'm not sure everyone's location, right? But, walks around your neighborhood if possible, or walks to the local, at the local park, or a local garden, or whatever you guys may have around you. Or if you do want to try some places, zoos, aquariums, things like that, go to the bookstore and just pick up a random book, I guess, like things that you can go and do, and you're not necessarily looking for inspiration, but you're just going out and probably visiting places that you genuinely just think that you'll enjoy going to. I think within those little things, you will find inspiration, or you'll find that you'll want to create, now that you're not giving yourself the pressure to create. If that makes any sense. There's been plenty of times where I've allowed myself to take like a week or two off of drawing, and it's usually during that second week where inspiration is kind of hitting from all over, and I am now wanting to get back to my art desk so I can, write down these ideas, or jot down these ideas, sketch these ideas. And sometimes I'll just write them down on a piece of paper, or like a little notebook, or in my phone, and like my notes app, so that way I can probably revisit it later. So find what works for you. Don't feel like you have to constantly be at your desk, or constantly be pumping out work regularly. It's okay to it's okay to take your time and allow yourself to recharge when needed, especially before you do burn out and you need more time now to recharge yourself than you would have if you would have taken a break sooner. So that's all I've got for right now. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.